Hey y'all, forgive the handheld nature. I just wanted to come out and say a couple quick things. First off, the lighting in this video is not great. It was in Barnyard's truck and there's a huge backlight against them the entire time. Tried to do the best I could in editing, and so it's gonna look like they're in the middle of Apocalypse Now, but I think it came out as good as I could get it. Also, they don't talk about this in the movie, but I saw The Accountant, and I want to give an epilepsy warning for the movie right here. There is a scene whenever Ben Affleck's character, in order to alleviate one of his panic attacks, gives himself a sensory overload, and that includes a quickly flashing beacon of light, and in one scene gets really fast, really intense, and so if you're prone to those types of things, just ready yourself if you ever go see the movie. You should go see the movies, because, spoiler alert, I think it's pretty damn great. But yeah, just those two quick little things. Forgive us, we're going to try to get HalfKocked back on track a little bit more sooner rather than later, and y'all enjoy the video.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of After Credits. And for the first time ever, I am actually the host, Barnyard, and with me is my little sidekick, Liam.
What's up? We don't have Daniel. It's like Justice League without Superman. Oh wait. Daniel, Brittany, and Noah went off to see the new Godzilla movie, the Japanese one, but we wanted to see The Accountant, so we're doing our review for The Accountant, the new Ben Affleck movie, directed by Gavin O'Connor, starring Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, Jeffrey Tambor.
Was that Zoe Saldana?
I don't think so. It kind of looked like her, though.
It kind of did. I'm looking at that. Cynthia Ade Robinson.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Waller from Arrow! No wonder I recognized her. So just initial thoughts before we get into our talkings.
Well, as we were I was sort of pointing this out to you as we were leaving the theater. It was marketed kind of like as an action movie, and I feel like it's better to it's like a drama with a lot of action sequences in it.
It was pretty awesome. It was pretty brutal.
If you saw
suspenseful at all?
I think pretty suspenseful. Like that ending scene was pretty good. I mean, like, seriously though, if like you thought Ben Affleck was a badass in Batman vs Superman, check out this, because like he doesn't need a bat suit. He's just like fighting people, and
all he needs is autism and a gun. Before we get on to that,
spoiler alert,
we're gonna issue a spoiler alert. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you in this film, please press the time code down below of a young autistic Ben Affleck. I'm kidding, don't put that.
If you want to see the movie, go to the time code. We'll be just doing our wrap-ups and scores out of 6 stars. Basically, this movie's about Ben Affleck, who is this accountant who he owns his own like practice. I don't know what it's like. I want to say law firm, but it's not. Like, he
owns his own accountant office,
right?
That, you know, some people come to, but really it's just a front to launder his international earnings, illegal earnings.
Yeah. Basically, he's like doing accountant work for all these high-profile businesses. A lot of them are, you know, the cartel, the mafia.
He gets called into, what was it called?
It's basically this robotics company that's owned by, oh shit, what's his name? From Interstellar. And Rise of the Planet of the Apes. What's his name?
He was, John Lithgow.
John Lithgow. So John Lithgow gets Affleck to come and check out his company, which is like they do prosthetics and robotics.
We're talking out of context, but later in the film, he tries to have Ben Affleck characters killed because he knows about this certain amount of money that's missing, and that's really it, but he doesn't care because he knew about it. That part was the only part that was like, huh?
Almost like an origin story for this character, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this kind of felt like the first Bourne movie to me.
It's a mix between Jason Bourne and The Usual Suspects.
That's actually a pretty good comparison, because it's kind of like this, it's not told, the movie isn't told linearly. Like, there's a lot of flashbacks to Ben Affleck as a kid, because he's like dealing with his autism, and his dad is like this military guy who's like, he doesn't want other people to like take advantage of him, so he's like training him how to be like a ninja and stuff, basically like Batman. And then there's also this part with J.K. Simmons, who is like this, I don't remember, was he like CIA, FBI?
He's a U.S. Treasury agent.
He's going after Ben Affleck, or because he's just trying to figure out about him.
He knows of this person. He doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
You see in the trailer, you know, oh, we have this man photographed all around the world, but we never see his face, and he just wants to know who he is.
Right.
So he brings on Amanda Waller
From Arrow.
And I forget her name already.
Yeah. She
Sorry.
was good in the movie, though.
She was good. Yeah. She had like a immigrant, or not an immigrant. That's bad. She had a minority name, and it was hard to remember because it wasn't Jane Smith. I'm just kidding. I'm not. A little bit. When you know, when we're joking, we can be all racist.
That's right.
There's a thin line.
We don't pander to the PC culture here on HalfKocked.
No, we don't.
Think about
Thank you.
Ben Affleck in this movie.
Ben Affleck plays an autistic kid really well.
I actually thought this was like one of the best performances. I've always been a pretty big fan of Ben Affleck. Like, I was like 14 and I saw Argo. Like, that was one of the movies that like made me.
You were 14 when Argo came out?
I was 13, but I didn't see it till like the year after. But like that was one of the movies that like.
Damn, you're young.
I know. It was like that was like one of the first movies that like made me want to get into movies. Like what you know, especially like what Ben Affleck. So Ben Affleck's always been like a kind of a personal hero for me, and I thought he did a really great. Job in this movie. For a while, like I kind of forgot that it was Ben Affleck. I just started thinking of the character.
Yeah, I did too.
Like the mannerisms of an autistic person, it didn't feel like over the top, you know.
The younger character that portrayed him was definitely because he hadn't learned how to, you know, necessarily control it or deal with it, or you know. So, but Ben Affleck, whenever you see him, he's calm. He's very dull because that's just the way his mind is set. He's very narrow-minded, and
he's so like super smart that like it's hard for him to talk on like a normal level. It's kind of like Good Will Hunting, but like a little bit.
I can imagine just on the set when Ben Affleck is just doing a take with him being that awkward, dull, non-social person, and he just ends up cracking up, and everyone else is cracking up on the set.
Yeah,
like, I can't fucking do this.
It was just like there's this one shot in the middle of the movie. It's like a panning shot of he's explaining to Anna Kendrick about this. He's writing stuff on the walls and he's highlighting stuff, and it's like, man, like how the fact that he had to memorize all this dialogue and had to like had to coordinate everything and give this performance and act like he understood what it all meant. Like, yeah. I thought it was really good acting. Like this was a really good performance.
Ben Affleck's really great. You know? Yeah, we all know that.
Yeah, like come on, we all love Ben Affleck.
John Lithgow's character, he hires this mercenary, John Bernthal.
Punisher from Daredevil.
Punisher.
And Shane from Walking Dead, right?
So, yeah.
And he's in Wolf of Wall Street and Fury and like so many movies. Sicario. This guy's like in everything.
He's good. He's great. I
really like him.
I want to see him in more shit.
You're kind of worried like coming into this like, oh, he's just gonna be like the same character as Punisher.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like, he was actually like really funny. Like this guy who he's telling him to stop investing in something, and it's in the scene in the car, and he's like beating this guy up and telling him not to do stuff, and it's like he's like menacing, but he's also like making jokes. There's actually a pretty good amount of humor in this movie that like I didn't like expect.
I guess what Warner Brothers gives us, they give us very serious tone movies, but they'll throw a few awkward jokes in there.
Rest in peace, Warner Brothers.
Oh, God. It's been so long.
Yeah.
He hires John Bernthal to take care of Ben Affleck's character and Anna Kendrick's character, because Anna Kendrick was in the room whenever he was going through all this nonsense.
Yeah, she's like worked for his company. And they hired like a specialist to come in because she was kind of figuring out what was going on, but they needed somebody who like knew this stuff like backwards to come in and do it. So they kind of work on it together. What did you think about Anna Kendrick in this movie?
I thought she was alright for what she was in.
Honestly, like I don't think she gave a bad performance, but she felt a little bit miscast to me. Like I feel like Anna Kendrick, she's always kind of like playing these kind of sassy characters. I feel like they almost should have gotten somebody like a little bit like sweeter. Like somebody
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like Daisy Ridley or like some like younger.
How about that hot chick from Wolf of Wall Street?
Margot Robbie.
No, War Dogs.
Oh yeah,
I did feel a little disconnected whenever she was, you know, given some of her lines, and you can obviously tell that something just wasn't clicking.
Right. I wanted her to be like basically like the Ellen Page character from Inception, somebody who like they have to explain everything to her, so as an audience you get to learn about everything.
So really she was just the dumb character.
Yeah.
That we had to teach everything so the audience would understand.
Yeah, and she kind of like she wasn't in
the
like
plot device, isn't it?
Yeah, but she wasn't in like the second half of the movie that much. Like, not like I was like, damn, where's Anna Kendrick? She's such an interesting character. It's just like she's in
she's so interesting. I want to see more of her.
I have nothing against Anna Kendrick. I think she's a great actress, but like I don't know. I don't think she.
Come on, bitch.
I did like J.K. Simmons though. J.K. Simmons was really fun in this movie.
Yeah. Parks right next to us, looks at his car, looks at us, and fucking walks away. Beep beep. Fuck you, cunt. So yeah, we're talking about a movie.
Yeah, apparently. The other character.
He always cuts that part out. I'm so pissed. He always cuts out the part. Oh yeah, we're talking about a movie. I'm like, you fuck. That's my catchphrase.
The other character that I wasn't like totally into was there's this character played by Jeffrey Tambor, who is like this. He's this guy that Ben Affleck meets in prison, and
oh yeah.
I mean, it was fine, but it just kind of felt like they put another actor in there to just kind of do this ancillary part.
Big name.
Like, he wasn't bad in the movie, but it's like all the scenes with him. Like, I would have rather had a scene with Ben Affleck or a scene with.
It was him. We learn more about Ben Affleck's character through this. You know, he's practically teaching him how to run the books for bad people. So
there's not as much action as you might expect, but there is an awesome action scene. Like the first one is a scene at a farm. Where basically, like, these two people that Ben Affleck helped when he was an accountant, they invite him over to have dinner with them. It's like this sweet older couple, and the guys come in to try to kill Ben Affleck, and they're trying to, like, use this couple as leverage. And Ben Affleck just, like, fucking, he shoots one of the dudes.
Shoots him in the hand because one of the bad guys told the woman, hey, go call Ben Affleck's character over here because, you know, he's shooting in the field.
Yeah.
And we need to talk to him. So she stands outside. He has his gun outside with about a majority of his arm. And so she's like, Christian, get over here. And she's like, I don't see him. It's like, yell louder. And then, boom, fucking arm gets blown off.
It was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
There's some good violence in this movie. Like, this was a pretty hard R, which was nice. Like, I appreciate the
hard R? What a racist.
The other dude's trying to drive the couple away in a truck. Ben Affleck chases them onto the truck, and he just, like, gets out behind him. He opens the back of the truck. He grabs the dude. He throws him out. They fight on the ground, and Ben Affleck just, like, point blank break, just shoots him in the face.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. He has him in this position with his belt, and he's choking him. He's like, who do you work for?
Oh, yeah, because there's this, like, the guy takes out a knife, and Ben Affleck, like, takes off his belt. The dude's like, what the fuck?
And then gets him in the face, and it's like,
I forgot about that. That was awesome.
And then I think he cracks his neck, and then he puts a bullet in.
Yeah.
I think he does put a bullet in. I think
he shoots everybody, like, twice, which was interesting, because, like, to make sure they're dead, like, most of the people, like, and he does this in, like, the ending action sequence, like, he shoots everybody, like, twice in the head. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't know how he, like, uses that much ammo, but I guess he's, like, rich.
It's the ending scene, and I know we didn't talk about much about the plot, but, you know, or the whole story, but
we don't have Daniel to guide us. We just this is the fun review, the unstructured review, the autistic review.
John Bernthal, you know, he has his goons locked up in John Lithgow's house.
Ben Affleck comes after John Lithgow, and it starts out like it's a really cool scene because he's like outside and he's slowly picking off all of these guys.
Yeah, from what we saw earlier in the film, he had like 2 or 3 snipers outside just poaching, looking, and then all of a sudden the snipers are dead, and like, what the fuck?
What I did like though is once he breaks into the house and starts fighting people, like they get some good shots on him. Like the problem is at the beginning of the movie, like he was just shooting people, and it was cool, but it's like he's kind of like invincible, but he actually felt like more vulnerable towards the end.
Getting shot, and you can get shot in the leg, I think shot in the arm, squatted the goons go outside, try to kill him outside the front door, and she just comes up. I'm like, fuck.
I was impressed because Gavin O'Connor, the director, he directed Warrior, which is the MMA movie with Tom Hardy and Joel Edgerton, which was a really, I mean, it was a great movie. But I was curious, like, how he was going to do, like, action. Because obviously that was, like, MMA action, but I was curious to see how he could handle action like this. Like, this is honestly, like, some of the best action sequences of the year. I think, like, up there with, like, all the comic book movies. It's all, you know, it's all practical. It's all stunts. There's not as many quick cuts. There's a lot of long takes and tracking shots.
Yeah, it's not like the do. It's more like do.
There was a little bit of shaky cam at the farm action sequence, but, like, the rest of the movie, it was pretty...
it's on level ground, man.
Yeah,
how do you expect them to...
Right. But then, like, the big twist of the movie. Do you want to get into that?
Whenever we see the flashbacks of little Ben Affleck, he has a little brother with him that's perfectly normal. Who, you know, perfect child that you don't want to give up for adoption. There's
one scene where their dad is having them train with this, like, ninja dude. Or it was Taekwondo, I don't know what it's called. But they're training, and then there's another scene where these guys that have been picking on Ben Affleck's little brother...
No, they've been picking on Ben Affleck.
I thought he was picking on... Because didn't he say, like, we never lose family or something? I don't remember. But anyway, but then they go and fight those guys.
They beat the shit
Yeah,
out of them.
it was awesome. Like, even the like, kids beating each other up in this movie was cool. I love violence.
You never really get to see this little brother in the film, and we all assume, you know, maybe he's dead, maybe, you know, something happened.
Yeah, because he's definitely an important character they established.
And then whenever John Bernthal finally gets a good look at him, he realizes, oh shit, that's my big brother.
Yeah.
And he
doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't say that. But they, you know, whenever one of his last goons is about to take a kill shot on Ben Affleck, he just whips out and kills his goon, and he's like, "Why did you leave me those 10? Or did you even think about me for those last 10 years?"
Yeah,
like, Braxton.
I'll say that. Yeah, we both kind of saw this coming because I know, like halfway through the movie, there was just a shot of John Bernthal, and it was shot similarly to the way that they shot the little brother in one of the flashbacks. I'm like, fuck, that's probably his brother. And then you whispered it to me, like,
it's like, hey, how would you want to bet that's his brother? It's exactly what I was about to say. I was like, fuck, there's $10.
But like once they got, like, the way that they reveal it, it's not like, oh, it's my brother. It's like he's repeating, Ben Affleck's repeating something that he used to say when he was a kid, and you can see that, like, John Bernthal remembers. It was cool how they pulled off the twist. Then Ben Affleck shoots John Lithgow in the face, which was awesome. Like, cause he barely even, like, looks at him. He just, like, pulls up the gun. Yeah.
Continues talking with his little brother. His little brother's like...
It's the end of the movie, and then Ben Affleck sends this picture to Anna Kendrick.
Because she was an art... She wanted to go to school for art, but art didn't pay the bills. And he sends her this original piece that...
Jackson Pollock.
Pretty much he just throw paint on a fucking canvas and call it art.
Amanda Waller from Arrow takes over for J.K. Simmons. And then you just see Ben Affleck driving up, assumably to meet his brother. I would assume, because he mentioned
probably to set up shop somewhere else.
Yeah, well, he mentioned to him, like, I'll see you in a week.
Yeah, good point.
It's been speculation that this could get a sequel if it does well enough. So do you think if they did a sequel, it would be like about Ben Affleck and John Bernthal?
Yeah, dude, The Accountants. Accountant 2, The Accounting.
The Accountant 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh my god.
Accountant 2, Never Go Back.
The Accountant 2, Rise of Asperger's.
So if you clicked on the time code, welcome to our non-spoiler segment for The Accountant, where we're going to do our wrap-up and scores out of 6 stars. So I really liked this movie.
I did too.
It wasn't exactly what I expected, but it was very well made. Amazing action sequences. Ben Affleck was really good in this movie.
I thought it was really well executed. I loved the casting, and, you know, lots of big names and lots of recognizable faces. The story was really well. They had a few missing pieces where it was like, I liked it. Not necessarily a love, but, you know.
What are you going to give this movie out of 6 stars?
I'll be generous and give it a 5.
That's what I was going to do. I'm going to give it a 5 as well. Okay. So that's like
that's a
do the no, we have to do like the Pacific Rim mind meld. We both enjoyed The Accountant. Go see it this weekend if you're into that sort of thing. We're gonna have some upcoming.
If you're into movies at all, I mean, who doesn't like watching movies? I mean, what are you, fucking loser?
What are you, autistic?
Oh.
Daniel and I have a couple press screenings next week. We have one for American Pastoral and one for Manchester by the Sea. Hopefully we'll have reviews for those.
The fuck are those?
Yeah, you'll read about them online.
Fantastic.
But most importantly, next weekend, Jack Reacher Never Go Back comes out. The best movie of the year, probably.
I haven't seen the first one.
I mean, you probably don't. It's like Tom Cruise like punching people. Like, that's pretty much it.
Why the fuck do I want to watch it?
Because it's awesome.
I just saw Ben Affleck kill people. Why
That's
would I
true.
want to watch Tom Cruise punch people? It's Tom Cruise. He's 5'2".
That is true. And Ben Affleck's like 6 foot.
6'2". He's a foot taller than him.
Yeah.
There's nothing menacing about a man that's 5'2".
If you like this review, please click the subscribe button. We're growing in subscribers every day, so please, subscribe. Like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out my blog, liammgahan.wordpress.com. I review every movie I see, so there's some movies we don't cover on here that you get my... Fuck you. That we get...
I didn't know you met Daniel or Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah, I met Dylan O'Brien.
Fuck you, I love that dude.
We're friends.
You have each other's, like, Facebooks?
I'm not on Facebook.
Ah, that's right. You got his phone number?
No. I mean, but I interviewed him, though.
Like,
Nice
Dylan, I love you.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I want to meet him. Faggot. If you like the video, please press the like button down below as well.
If you didn't like it, shove a dildo up your ass.
That's very suggestive. That's very offensive. That's sexual abuse.
No, it's not. Not if they enjoy it.
Just grab her by the pussy. She'll enjoy it.
What I was saying earlier is like there's these PETA ads for adopting kittens that just says grab them by the pussy.
All around me are familiar faces.
We got a few more reviews that are still working on the way coming out. We still have a Masterminds review.
Catface Society.
Cafe Society.
Dana and I saw.
If you're a wrestling fan, we do a video called Half Nelsoned, where we make our predictions for each of the WWE pay-per-views, which is a lot more than I first anticipated, because when I first decided to do this, I didn't realize they were going to have 2 fucking pay-per-views a month. We'll try to get our predictions out every week, and we'll have a championship bouts every pay-per-view, and punishment for the loser. If you want to see me eat cat shit mixed with coffee grinds, that's the video you want to watch. Trump or Clinton?
I'm 17, I can't vote.
I'm coming, Harambe. Alright, so yeah.
Have fun editing this, Daniel.